there, so we're gonna be doing something a little bit different today as well. Is I want to celebrate the Chao Trophy Garden. If you don't know, for my Twitch stream, which you can find a link in the description, I have a channel point reward, which if you don't know what channel points are, they're just fake currency that you get by watching streams and doing predictions and bets and stuff in the streams as well if you want to do that. I have a channel point reward for 169,420 channel points, which equates to, unless you get super lucky in predictions, about 2 years, to redeem a Chao for the Trophy Garden. This means you get to customize your Chao, and within the confines of Chao World Extended, I'm able to recreate your Chao as close as possible to the way that you want it. This first save, which goes from the dawn of Stelma 98 to around April 15th of 2025 this year, is the first 30 Chao, so I kind of wanted to do a giant compilation and celebrate it. Now, I am an old man, and these Chao are literally everywhere, so I'm going to probably cut away to each Chao, see if I can bring up a little bit of a story for each one, especially starting with our first one. So let's get started. All right, so our first Chao here is Bingus, and I actually have the list over here just so I remember who's everyone Chao is. This is from Excalibingus. Now, a fun story about this one is, you know how I just said that the Chao are redeemed through a channel point reward? Well, this very first Chao was actually done through a different method. Excalibingus came in. This was literally when I was like 5 viewers. Oh man, he got out of my grip. Literally 5 viewers on Twitch concurrently. Not even 100 subscribers on the YouTube channel back when I only had one channel. And this dude came in, gifted 20 tier 3 subs all at once. I even remember when it was. It was literally, I was doing in the middle of a Sonic Any % for Project 06 and at the beginning of Aquatic Base Section 2. And this dude came in, 20 tier 3 gifted subs, which at the time, and there was no discount or anything, though each one of those is $25. And, you know, at transparency, I get half of that, but whatever, beside the point. And he said, "These are yours, you earned them." So Bingus here, I wanted some way to thank this guy because he dropped like, I don't know, 20 times 25, whatever that is. I'm not a math major. Yeah, like 500, or like 550, almost $600. And I was like, "You want a Chao?" And he went, sure. And he made this Chao. So yeah, the first Chao here is the product of what I could assume is money laundering by Excalibingus here, but I'll always appreciate it, and it's always such a fun story for our first Chao. All right, on to the next one. Our next Chao here is Skelly. This is from GormlessHorse, who, honestly, just a really long-time lurker of the streams, and they lurked long enough in order to have a Chao. I think a couple of Chao are like this. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm a terrible streamer. I can't remember everyone who's redeemed a Chao. But yeah, so thank you so much, Gormless, for all that support. And, you know, I still see him around even till this day. Like, they were there, you know, less than a year into my streaming career. So thank you so much. All right, our next Chao here is Shadow Tilde. I think it was Reverie's first Chao. Now, if you don't know Reverie, they're still really relevant in the Stelma community and in the Sonic Project 06 community. They've been a PO6 speedrunner along with me, a mod for my channel, and in general, just a good friend that we have a lot of good fun and good times around, especially recently that they've gotten back into PO6 speedrunning more heavily with me. They wanted me to specifically make them an all-run Chao, but yeah, I believe this is a recreation of their first Chao they ever created. So thanks, Rev, for all the good times over the last several years, and there you go, to honor your legacy of the streams with Shadow Tilde. Next Chao is Frankie. A bit of an egotistical pick for the name there. This is from Amazen. So if you don't know who Amazen is, or rather his name is Amazen, but he didn't tell me about until about a year after he started coming to the streams, he is also another one of my moderators. You can kind of see a trend here with some of the earlier Chao. He has been hanging around ever since, like, my original main channel, which is now the second channel that you're watching this on, took off via a Project 06 No Major Glitches run, category that doesn't exist anymore, because of the silver release and all the things, like a lot of the bugs were fixed that we didn't feel the need to have it anymore. But, yeah, Amazen's a goofball. He also streams, and just in general, a lot of fun to be around. Also a great friend. So Thank you, Amazen, just like Rev, for cementing your legacy here in the Chao Trophy Garden. All right, this guy flying around right here, pretty appropriately, is S.Sonic, which of course stands for Super Awesome Ultra Mega Hyper Sonic, obviously. This is Karyru's Chao, which, oh, you may never guess, this is another moderator of the Stelmo streams. They started coming around, like, right after Reverie came to the streams, and they're pretty notorious for breaking the things of Project 06, and pretty much any video game they touch, he finds some sort of way to break it, either through some mechanic or anything. Very cool Chao, very cool rendition of trying to make a supersonic a Chao, even with the red shoes. I believe this uses the Warthog parts. Can you shut the fuck up?
Don't worry.
Okay, I'm sorry. That was a little mean. I didn't realize you were playing maracas. I thought you were like... I thought you were like, oh, of course it's that Chao. We'll get to them later. But, I thought they were like kicking a ball around or something. Anyway, being really distracting to this very serious video. But yeah, thank you so much, Karyru. Again, being a great friend, being a moderator of the stream, and in general, just hanging out and the good times. Our next Chao here, hanging out, shaking hands. I don't know what sort of deal I interrupted there, but this is Benny. This is from a viewer named BeatZ, who hung around a lot. I think this one kind of came from predictions. I can't quite remember. Because shortly after BeatZ got their Chao, they hung around for a little bit longer. And then they just kind of left the streams. But, I mean, I always appreciate the legacy that they left. And I also believe, I'm trying to remember, I think they were the winner, or one of the winners of when I did my Sonic Origins giveaway, which is the first giveaway of a new Sonic game I ever did for the stream, which is really awesome. So shout out to BeatZ once again. I hope to see you again, or maybe comment on this video. Okay, another one here. This is Pedro, which takes after the namesake person, Pedro Vaz 04, who was a very early person to the streams. Obviously, kind of, I don't think I need to say that because most of these early Chao in this save are that. And Pedro here, he was a moderator for a while. For the streams. Eventually had to step down just because life was getting too busy and he couldn't make the stream times anymore. But I really appreciate it, and I appreciate all your help, my man, that you gave during your time as moderator. So glad you are cemented into the Trophy Garden as well. Our next Chao here is Kaze. This is Vulturious's Chao, who was one of my earliest VIPs, and yeah, just a cool dude. Hangs around. He still hangs around the streams. But he's got work and things like that now. But even participated in some Sonic PO6 bingo back when we were getting started with that. So glad to have your Chao here in the save file, the very first save file, Volt. And thanks for hanging out at the streams for so long. So this is Kyuna by FallenKyuna. And this is actually a really sweet Chao because from what I remember, this is sort of a memorial to one of their friends that very unfortunately passed away. So this is just an awesome way to cement their legacy, and Kyuna themselves has not only helped me out, especially early on with some back-end stuff that was going on with the streams early on when I couldn't get things to work right, but also they've been like an insane supporter. I gave them VIP day one because they gave me a lot of money in the form of gift subs. Pro tip right there. And yeah, so it's really cool. I believe they gave me the 3 attributes of the unforgettable, lovely, and friendly Kyuna. Or Kyuna, at least how I pronounced it the very first. So definitely really awesome to have here. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry, buddy. Is that what Sonic says? Yeah. Anyway, all right, next Chao. Okay, so a little bit of a snafu here. Turns out we actually have 31 Chao, and I don't know what happened. I guess maybe I didn't properly save it, but this is Beep. By BeatZ, the man who ports either Windmill Isle Act 1 or Frontiers 1-1, which is just Windmill Isle Act 1, to every game he can find. In fact, as of recording this, he literally sent me a video of him porting 1-1 to Colors Ultimate, which is pretty amazing. But BeatZ is a pretty well-known person in the Sonic modding community. They created the PO6 mod loader, created a bunch of mods for PO6, like the character switcher mod, PO6 randomizer, the mod loader itself, he is the lead developer of. He's also created mods like the Shadow the Hedgehog mod for Sonic Unleashed back on the 360 and stuff, which maybe some of you have played with Sonic Unleashed recompiled. But yeah, this was sort of to advertise his own game he was working on with another person, Luke Station, called Beat Bap the Beat Boop, which was at Sage 2023, I want to say. I'm pretty sure it was 2023. And it was really cool. It was like a Zelda-like adventure game. And I don't know if he's continuing to work on it, but I do hope to see more. I think I have a VOD of it very long time ago. You might have to dig through to find it. But yeah, thank you so much, BeatZ, for all your continued support for the stream, commissioning mods for me, and all that stuff, man. I really appreciate it. Our next Chao here is Shapone, who is from a person named usualpie, who's a, excuse me, face the camera, please, who is a viewer of the Stelmo stream who really likes the silver smoking a blunt emote. They use it all the time, but definitely a fun person to have around. They also usually only show up to the streams about 5 minutes before they end, but really glad that he was able to get a Chao here, and I mean, this Chao just looks absolutely hilarious. So I'm really glad these more goofy looking Chao. Just getting into the trophy garden, it's really fun. But anyway, thanks usualpie for all of your support, my man. Next up, actually right behind him, I believe they were both redeemed on the same day, Shapone and Maxwell here. Maxwell is FilipisCold's Chao. If you don't know Philip, he's a speedrunner on Project 06. He mostly does Shadow Story. He's a mod for the Stelmo stream, and in general, just a good friend that we do lots of fun stuff with on the stream, just like Rev, Amazen, BeatZ, and all of them. So thank you so much, Philip. Thank you so much for accepting my wild ideas when it comes to races, for creating content on the stream, and just in general being a fun guy to hang out with. So congrats on your Chao. Next up, we got Zenkai, who is zenphosu's Chao. Zenphosu is a person who came around when I did the initial Project 06 all demo speedrun. It wasn't 100%, it was just the all demos. And I made a joke. I went on a whole rant about something, and they had one of the best comebacks, so I gave them instant VIP, and they've been around ever since, hanging out, you know, being chums, talking about Kansas City together, as we both were there at some point in our lives. And yeah, just awesome. Did he just fart? Bruh. Anyway, Zen, thank you so much for all the support, man. And your Chao's fucking disgusting. Next up here, we've got Greg, who is, I think it's Vex's Chao. He's a goofy looking guy. I think it's Vex's mod for the Stelmo show. For a while, like before he got his Chao, he was doing his own Sonic Project 06 content on his channel. I think it's Vex, so you can check some of that out. One of his last ones before he stopped having to do YouTube content and hanging out at the stream as much because of work, was completing Project 06, I think with Sonic's gems only. Like, he didn't move or jump or do anything like that. I think it's a lot of Sky gems, so you can definitely check that out if you want. But thank you so much, Vex, for all your support early on, and I hope to see you around the streams more often. And the blue hero Chaos just never end, it seems. This is Bo, who is from GJuusB. Now, I call him GJ because I didn't know any better, but it turns out in his native language, G and J make a Q sound. So it's actually GJuusB, I believe is how you pronounce their name. They are a moderator for the Stelmo stream, common occurrence around here. And they're just really awesome guy, incredible supporter of both in moderation and monetarily. And another cool thing is that he has a bunch of friends who, like, get a bunch of game keys and stuff, and occasionally sends me game keys that I give away on stream that include some Sonic games. And he gave me some more game keys to celebrate during the subathon that's going to be happening May 23rd. So you definitely don't want to miss that. I'm going to be starting at the normal stream time, and I'll be streaming for a lot of hours, you know. General subathon stuff. The more subs we get, the longer the streams go on, blah, blah, blah. But I will be giving away some of those game keys that he sent me, so I really appreciate that. Man, you don't need to sub to the stream or anything to be in the running for the game key, of course. You just show up, and you might be able to get it. But thank you so much, GJ, for all your support. They also created the Stelmo 98 birthdays calendar. Whoever wants their birthday public, I put on that, and we try to celebrate as many birthdays as possible. So thank you so much, GJ. Next up here, we have Cookie. So Cookie is SXS's Cookies Chao. He's a person who really helped out along with Kyuna during my very first subathon I did back in 2023. They contributed quite a whole heck of a lot to it and has continued to be a good friend and moderator of the Stelmo stream. He was also my chauffeur because he happened to live next to the hotel that Summer Games Done Quick 2024 was hosted at. So got to meet him in person there, which was really cool. But I hope things are going well for you, buddy. And thank you so much for all your support. And I'm glad your chow is right here with those fancy warthog shoes. Okay, so this right here is Misriah, Viulus's chow. Guess what? Another mod of the Stelmo stream. This person, he helped out a lot, of course, at the very first subathon as well, supported a lot monetarily, and just in general, is a good guy, good friend. Does the best that he can to make the streams a nice, fun place for everyone to be at. So thank you so much for all the work that you do, Viulus. Also, #1 Schiller. Anytime he comes into the stream, he always copy-pastes like the newest short or newest video and pins the comment as well, which I really appreciate. So thank you so much for all your hard work, Viulus. Hope things are going well on your end of the world. It's not time for you yet. And, yeah, thank you. Next up, probably takes the cake for goofiest chow in the trophy garden. This is Thongus by Mayonnaise in the Toilet, which I promise you isn't a cum joke. So, Mayonnaise in the Toilet, he's a Project 06 speedrunner. He runs the game on keyboard, which props to him because holy crap, that's gotta be super annoying not playing the game with a controller. Well, at least I did Silver Story over on my main channel with keyboard, and yeah, I definitely prefer playing the game with the controller. But one of the earliest VIPs on the channel, also when we were first getting around to doing PO6 bingo, he was there helping us out, trying to figure out the goals and stuff. Who knows, maybe I'll resurrect PO6 bingo or something like that, but shoutouts to Thongus here. Next up is a chow that a lot of love and care has been put toward. This is a Lima Greens chow, Chowder. Now, despite the name, we went more for a teal kind of look because unfortunately the color combination that they wanted is not possible within Sonic Adventure 2. Normally what I do is I send people over to Chow Island's 3D Chow Viewer, which lets you do a whole lot more stuff with the Chow. He's also got huge feet, my goodness. But you can do a lot more in the 3D Chow Viewer than you can actually do in-game. So this is the compromise that we found, and I think he looks pretty darn snazzy. Lima, again, another mod of the Stelmo stream, one that's probably more current people who have just found the streams know pretty well. They do a really good job moderating and stuff, and it's really fun to have them around. So thank you so much, Lima, for all that you do for me. Next up here is Nikki by Nailin the Hotness, otherwise known as Super Mikey Gamer when they first came into the stream. They've been a person who's been around almost to every stream, hanging out, you know, just talking things, keeping discussions going, and providing some fun insights to different things when we have different discussions, regardless if it's about Sonic or if it's just about life in general. So it's just always good having them around. So thank you so much, Nailin, for all your support, and glad you were able to make it into the first save with Nikki here. Coming up to the interesting one, dancing over here with Supersonic. This is Little Rito, if I can pick them up. There we go. This is Dorito Savior's chow. Now, Dorito Savior and I like to give each other some flack back and forth, but it's always a fun and entertaining time when they're there in chat, either being sarcastic at my expense or just in general trying to get some rage-baity jokes going on. But regardless, I really appreciate all the support, as well as the fact that they won a good portion of their channel points through predictions in order to get their chow in the main save here. So thank you so much, Dorito, for your support, and glad that Little Rito is here. Next up here, we have Holy COS, which is Channel of Sonic's chow. The less we talk about this one, the better. Doing this one a little bit out of order because I scrolled too far on Discord. This one is Grapey, Pedrox's chow. Pedrox, who has been very gracious in me getting his name wrong over the time they've been at a stream. Been at the stream, has just been an incredible supporter of the Stelmo show. See you later, Piano. And, I really appreciate that they were able to get a chow, so thank you so much, man. And I look forward to seeing you around at more streams when, you know, in between your hiatuses from the internet. Maybe something we all need every now and then, but, yeah, really glad you were able to get your Chao in. Next up is Aurelio by Real Deal, and as you can see here, they have a maxed out run stat because Mr. Real Deal, father of coming up on 2, congratulations on that, bud, is a runner themselves, always talking about how they do 10Ks on the treadmill, running 5Ks, stuff like that. Really cool to talk about the more sporty side of people on stream. We don't talk about Sonic all the time, though, I mean, running is kind of associated with the series, so I guess it checks out. But yeah, always fun to have anyone come into the stream, but someone with a bit of an older perspective leads to some very interesting insight and conversation. So thank you so much, Real Deal, for all of your supports. And yeah, here's Relio. Get the nice close-up shot here. Oh, yeah. And our final Chao of the first save of the Trophy Garden is Oku by Supercrib. Supercrib, also friends with Lima Green, was a person that came to the streams very early on, like shortly after I had my breakout video with the PO6 No Major Glitches. I think they might have been there before then, actually, as well. But they came to the streams a lot, kind of left for a while, and then came back and has been hanging out ever since. So surprisingly, though they've been a bit of a legacy viewer, it took all the way until the very last Chao of the save in order to grab their Chao. And I couldn't think of another, any more appropriate person to land on. They were also the creators of my profile pictures before I changed them to real-life versions of myself. I think they did a great job on the caricature. I think they did a great job on the character. I think they did a great job on the caricatures of me for both of those channels. I mean, they were my profile pictures for over a year. So thank you so much, Super Crim, and for the help on the Sonic Advance 2 decomp as well. But that was all the Chao. Ignore that Frankie's not here. I maybe had to make beep over Frankie. But don't worry, I copy-pasted the save file, so Frankie's still safe on the other one. But thanks to everyone who supported. We've already got the second file getting started with Verge's Chao, Verge_TO's Chao, so they will be leading off the next time we do this. This was my love letter to you guys. Thank you so much for the support, and I look forward to, as the stream and the YouTube continues to grow, seeing more of these Chao in the Trophy Garden here. It's an absolute joy to be able to do something like this for a living, and I'm humbled and honored to be able to make this content for you guys, no matter what Sonic game it is. It won't always be Sonic, but it's definitely going to be Sonic for right now. That being said, thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Oh, look at that. Kyuna saying bye, too. Or is this Pedro? I don't know. There are a lot of Angel Chao. This is Pedro. Pedro said bye, too. All right. See you later.